Right, hello and welcome again after a very long time. So basically, the new league is starting tomorrow, and I was figuring out what I wanted to play. And I got really excited by something that I think a lot of people are not aware of, and that is wild strikes. The reason why I was looking at this even was I was reviewing Mathils builds here, right? And he was building a wild strikes. He was calling it. He was basically calling it the strongest build he has ever done. I think I can do better. And also he mentioned that wild strikes had a really nice buff lately, which is great. So you can basically overlap all of these projectiles, which gives you an insane damage boost. And yeah, like we also have Trinity now, which is I mean not really new, but I haven't played a couple leagues. No, I mean that's still new Trinity, but yeah, for me it's somewhat new. And I think Wild Strikes overall is now in a pretty good spot, especially considering that we now have Wild Strikes of Extremes, and the last line here really made me hype up for this league and to play this. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a Trickster. I think Trickster is probably the best you can do here, right? And his treat enemy monsters elemental resistance values as inverted is fucking PoG. The only thing that is really annoying here is cost 28 mana, 28 life, 28 energy shield, so building around this is not gonna be a piece of cake, let's put it that way. So I think Trickster is probably the best choice you can make. So I was loading up Mathils PoB here. Let's have a quick look at it. Actually, I think I still have loaded in gorathas. This is gorathas build. We're gonna look at this as well. I mean, this is unfinished anyways. But so this is massive build. Some things that I really don't understand here is he basically has Trinity in, but the problem is he has combat focus. He doesn't do any fire damage, so I don't really know how he gets Trinity anyways. Maybe he's just working with 2. But I have to figure out. I really have to figure out what is best. It might be best if you just choose all 3 and then you have one more slot here where you can put something else in combat focus. And what is really nice, if we look at these numbers now, and then if we crunch it a little bit and remove where is it? And we remove elemental weakness, right? Okay, I already removed it, right? So this is would be more 12% more DPS, but we do not need elemental weakness, right? What we will have basically is minus 50 res here, and minus 50 res here, and minus 50 res here. This really doesn't matter for Mathils build here because he's using 2 elements only anyways. Why he has ticked 30% shock is a little bit beyond me. I don't think he can shock any of the big bosses with 30%. Let's just untick this. Then we would get back to the kind of the damage he had before. And if we take this, so we basically get like 20% more damage here on, I mean, also on the ice waves. This is what we were looking for, because this can all overlap, right? And this is what we're looking for, all of these overlaps. So what Mathils is doing here is stacking int, which is probably the way to go late game. I might actually start with Ice Spare and not start with Wild Strikes, because I think you really want to go with the Wild Strikes of Extreme. And what Goratha is doing is a Hova build here, right? And he also has a Nimbus, which we will probably not go for. We'll probably go for the Return Projectiles gem. But we will see. This is gonna be pretty expensive anyways. But yeah, basically I think we can get pretty decent amount of DPS, around maybe 30 to 40 mil, and also I think this life pool here is even a bit low. I think we can get better numbers here. And there's no armor. We will see how this plays out. Also in the tree, I haven't figured out what I want to do. I think this could be really nuts. Oh, sorry for the flickering, I don't know what that is. This could be really nuts to have Pacify, right? If you can, especially for bosses, if you can time it well with your Heartstopper aura. Let's take a quick look at how Goratha wants to play this. There's really not much in here yet, but abhorrent interrogation makes a lot of sense because we cannot penetrate or ignore elemental resistance anyways, right? We will just invert it, so this should work out. Then he has a Hova, which might be the best thing to do super late game, right? If you can stack int and dexterity, that would be great. And otherwise, I would probably also go with a dagger build. I think it's going to be easier to max out crit. And I think overall it's a good idea to go with daggers first. But I will have to see what Goratha comes up with. Oh, he has lethality here. Also, what was interesting here is that he is not taking these notes here. 1% increased evasion rating per 5 intelligence. I don't know why he did not tick this. I think this is pretty mandatory to get this, huh? And what he also got is a glorious vanity. Man, this flickering is really annoying. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, PoB is spazzing out. And I think this is also a very, very good idea. So now the only thing you got to figure out is how to have good amount of life pool, good amount of energy shield, and a good amount of mana that you can sustain. It might be a bit pain in the ass. I think theoretically you could get this node. Skills cost life instead of mana, skills preserve life instead of mana, removes all mana. But I think overall this is probably better for a caster build, because when we get this, yeah, but only this. When we get this, we could go low life and do a spell build, right? We could go low life. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have to figure out, but I think overall, like, Wild Strikes looks pretty busted now, and I definitely want to try it out, and that was something I was pretty excited about. So yeah, this is gonna be what I will start with, and I hope that this could give you some inspiration to do something similar. I also would really like to play around this. Spells you cast, again, added physical damage equal to 70% of life cost. The problem with that is I haven't really found out what spell you would want to use and how would you ramp up your life costs to an extent that it's really, really well, right? If you have any ideas, guys, put it in the comments. And otherwise, I think probably the best way to go at the league start is with, what is it called? Warden? Yeah, Warden. I don't think you can achieve anything better than 30% move speed if there's empty sockets. I don't think we need a lot of sockets on this build anyways, and this is probably going to be the best choice. And I think also for body armor, a lower weave might be the way to go. It's overall very, very solid. We will get a lot of damage, a lot of life, mana, and energy shield, and I think overall this is probably the best we can do in terms of armor. Otherwise, I haven't really thought about it too much. I will go on the fly and will probably update a couple of times what I've been doing so far, but I'm pretty sure I can get a better build out than Mathil can. I'm not saying that this build sucks. This build is just definitely fine for a Mathil build, right? You don't get me wrong, Mathil is really cool and all, but yeah, a lot of his builds are pretty mediocre, but this one really sticks out. This is pretty fucking solid. Alright, that's it for the video. I hope you guys have a good league start. And well, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I was looking at this again, but I hope you have a good league start, and yeah, I hope this helped out. I will put I'll also put Gorathas PoB or this docs link in the description, and all the other links that I've looked at. Oh, and one more thing, one more honorable mention is Blood Sacrament. If you look at if you look at Captain Lance's build, also got me pretty excited, but it feels like it could be a bit clunky. But he has a pretty good video on it as well. Yeah, Relic of the Pact. If you want to take a look at this, this is also something that could be really interesting. All right, guys. I wish you a good league start, and yeah, we'll update as soon as possible. Bye.